so of course we know the Rio Grande. But the river that we encountered here in northern New Mexico at the Rio Grande del Norte National Monument felt like a little bit of a different beast. So come along for a day of adventure on the wild side of the river. We arrived, and we're on our way to the hot springs early in the morning. That's a tiring walk.
In there.
How is it, Shy? Okay, Shy goes to the warmish, sort of coldish, warmish pool.
It's cold.
All the way, Shy. Just do a little belly flop. Just like lay down. Oh my God.
You can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Oh, God, that would have been awesome. Go do it again, Shy.
It's still on.
This section of the river runs through a gorge that's 800 feet deep and cuts through all sorts of volcanic layers. We camped actually down inside of the gorge, which was beautiful, but just a short, rugged, slightly death-defying drive up the side of the gorge, and you could get a breathtaking bird's-eye view of the gorge and the spectacular Sangre de Cristo Mountains that overshadow us. There's nothing on that side except a drop. Okay, almost home free.
Almost to the top.
Nestled at the foot of those mountains is the utterly charming town of Taos. It was our resupply station while we camped by the river. This bridge takes you from the mesa into Taos, making what was once a remote location into something quite accessible. There's Raya. My feet are itchy. Oh my gosh. There's the boys. Head over the side. Just a few miles from the bridge is the original community of Earthships, which are sprinkled across the mesa. An Earthship is an off-grid home that is built out of recycled materials.
Out of a what are those things? Storage container.
It harvests its own water and it uses that multiple times. Earthships utilize thermal mass in order to help regulate temperature. They build into the side of a hill using primarily earth-packed tires. Water is harvested from the roof of the house and then put into a cistern. The cistern feeds a water system that is pressurized and sent throughout the house. Every drop of water goes through several iterations of use. There's first your drinking and washing water. That goes down the drain and runs in channels underneath this greenhouse where it feeds your plants, which produce food that feeds you. Then that water goes into the back of the toilet in order to flush. And then finally, your black water is run out a little distance from the house where it fertilizes an orchard. Mostly south facing so the sun can melt the snow. We use enamel-coated snap block metal for most of the roof surface. And the black rubber you see, the other part is EPDM or pond liner. It's similar to inner tube rubber. Both materials are safe to touch drinking water. The roof space is the same as the building's footprint. Almost 1,500 square feet of roof space. Whoa. Every inch of rain or foot of snow gives us 2/3 of a gallon per square foot.
2/3 of a gallon per square
990 gallons of water. The water goes down a small slide or scupper into the cisterns buried in the earth berm. That's what we're standing on. 2 cisterns are located on each side of the building. They're all plumbed together and gravity flow into the water organizing module you saw in the system's hallway. And yes, that's a stainless steel salad bowl you see drilled with holes.
Wait, what?
Right here.
Salad bowl?
Sitting in that cistern opening. It's our first line of defense against stones. This building has 8 deep cycle lead acid. Why lead acid?
Lead acid? Wait.
Okay, this building has 8 deep cycle lead acid batteries. We could also use gel batteries. Okay, 8 solar panels provide 1.5 kilowatts. Time to head back to the river for what ended up being probably our favorite activity. If you get on the river at the hot springs where we started this video, you have the 15-mile section where there is no on or off. It's called the box, and last year 4 people died in that section. But immediately after that comes this 4.5-mile section, which was so chill and beautiful. We loved it so much we did it 3 times. There were a couple sections that were pretty deep, but most of it was relatively shallow, and we found some of the limits of our inflatable kayaks.
Right.
Let's hope this works.
Yeah. There she goes.
We had some friends come and visit for a day, and we knew that the river would be the perfect activity, even though our boats were slightly less than seaworthy.
Hey, any last words?
Tell them our story.
This one I really do have to ask any final words because of all the boats, this one stands the most risk of.
Yeah, yours robbed me, man. Sorry.
What could go wrong?
Okay, well, bye.
We'll see ya.
I would call this whole thing an excellent experience. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
This was more than one day's adventure, obviously. We filled up 2 weeks worth of days by the side of the river, fishing and playing, and we easily could have filled up a couple more weeks.
Raya's doing his thing. I casually look up. Da 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 da. No, I saw his butt moving.
Our camp hosts, who were supposed to be there for 3 months, had extended their stay to 3 years. Suffice it to say that when these Texans think of the Rio Grande, we'll have a slightly different picture in our mind than the one we had before. It's always a little tough to say goodbye to a place that we really have enjoyed, but the end of our river adventures just mean the beginning of our next adventures. We're going from the bottom of the gorge up into the beautiful and snowy Sangre de Cristo Mountains.
John! Nava, do you want to describe what you're in?
A garbage can.
Nice trash bag, Nava.
I was gonna be here next.
Here we are in a nice, chill, hot springs.
That was shy.
And this is what it's like. Bigger, bigger, splash, splash.